Miss Kansas.
I'm Tavia Shackles, a university senior majoring in political science. I also work in public relations for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Miss Kansas, Tavia Shackles.
Listen to the crowd go wild. The hometown girl is in there.
Oh, if Tavia wins tonight, this place will really rock.
Miss Kansas.
Well, I work out with the head strength and conditioning coach at the Kansas City Chiefs, and he pushes me very hard. I thought that I might look like a linebacker, but I don't, and he tells me that I'm an athlete, not a beauty queen, and so I push myself, but I love it.
Next is Miss Kansas, Tavia Shackles, a 21-year-old scholarship student, University of Missouri, studying political science. We have a few fans here tonight.
I hope so.
Now, you do public relations work for the Kansas City Chiefs. What do you do?
Well, I get to work with mainly the media, making sure that they have the credentials and that they need to get onto the field and in the locker room, which is a whole lot of fun, and a little bit with player appearances, kind of like what a state director does for a pageant girl, making sure that photos are going to be taken and that there's someone there to meet them at the appearance and that it's all set up.
What would you say to an athlete who said he or she had no responsibility to be a role model for children?
Oh, that's definitely not true. I think that anyone who's in the public eye definitely has a responsibility to set a good example. And I think that most of the players at the Kansas City Chiefs realize that, and they're very involved in community activities. They take up great charitable causes, and they're great representatives. So,
I thank you very, very much. This is Miss Kansas. If you'd step over here, please. That's Tavia Shackles, Miss Kansas. Miss Kansas. Miss Kansas, Tavia Shackles. Miss Kansas, if you'd come forward and select a question, please. All right. This comes from judge number 9, Mitzi Capture. Mitzi, may we have your question, please?
If you were a victim of sexual harassment on the job, would you quit, keep quiet, or fight it?
well, I would definitely fight it. I think that victims need to stand up for their rights. And with as much publicity as sexual harassment is getting now, I think it's important for ladies in the workplace to take a stand and to show that we believe in ourselves and that we know who we are and that we don't have to take sexual harassment, and that we won't. And I would stand up and be an example for other women.
Thank you very much. If you'd wait for a moment for the judges.
Now remember, this is interesting. Kelly McCarty from Liberal, Kansas won the title on this very stage in 1991. So if Tavia wins tonight, rack up a second victory for the Sunflower State.
If you'd rejoin the others, please, Miss Pennsylvania. That's one finalist's name. It's Miss Kansas, Tavia Shackles. Ladies and gentlemen, one of these three will be the new Miss USA. And finally, please, Miss Kansas. Here we go. Same question. What do you think the judges see in you that brought you to the final three tonight?
Well, I hope that they see my genuineness. I feel like I'm an example of some high standards. I have high morals for myself. I hope that they see that I'm someone who not only talks the talk, but someone who walks the walk. And I hope that they remember that I really am just Tavia Shackles, being myself here for you tonight. And I'm a real person, and I hope that everybody leaves with a little piece of me in your heart.
Thank you very much. Each step over here. Good answers, ladies. Really good stuff. Now, we'll give our judges one last moment to make their decision. This is the final vote to determine the winner. Now, as each contestant steps forward, the judges will give her a ranking of 3, 2, or 1. That's as they vote for her to be the second runner-up, the first runner-up, or the new Miss USA. And we'll begin with Miss Georgia and Miss Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, that completes our competition for Miss USA 1993. Ladies, if you join me center stage, we'll have the judges' decision as soon as the scores are verified. The judges have chosen just one, and the second runner-up is Miss Kansas Tavia Shackles. Ladies, come forward.